What's up, poker players? Hope you guys are out there crushing it on the tables. I cannot believe it, but this was the last session that we reviewed over a month ago, and since then we have had all of these sessions. So let's start working our way up with this session from the 29th of November. Over 4,000 hands, up over $500 at a win rate of almost 14 big blinds per 100. Pretty solid session. Let's look at some of the big hands. First hand that we are going to be taking a look at is Ace King from the small blind. We are playing at the 200 NL table. Our current chip stack is at about 160 big blinds. Folds around to the cutoff, who opens for 2.5x the big blind. Button folds, and we of course are going to be putting in a 3-bet here, and we make it 18 to go. Big blind makes a call, cutoff makes a call. $54 in the pot, and we see an ace high flop, two-tone, 2 hearts on the board. We have top pair, top kicker. I elect to just check back here. Big blind checks, cutoff checks as well. Turn is the deuce of diamonds, not improving many hands. No more checking, this time I bet half pot, and the big blind makes a min raise. Cutoff gets out of the way, and let's take a look at the big blind, who looks to be a recreational player. Very small sample size, only 11 hands, but has a very high VPIP over that 11 hands. Not to mention is short stacked on this table, and when deciding to put in a raise or a call here, they are pocketing themselves into a pot that's already at $82 with a stack size of about $95. So when this raise comes in, we almost always have to be making a move here with top pair, top kicker, especially against a weaker recreational player. So we get the rest of our chips in right away, and we get a call from the big blind. Just have to avoid a 10 on the river, which is a 4, and we take down this pot of $244. Next time we're looking at is also at the 200 NL table. We have pocket aces playing from middle position or the hijack seat. Put in a standard raise of 3x, and we get a 3-bet from the cutoff. Small blind jams for their entire stack, which is $100, about 50 big blinds, and we of course are going to be getting our money in here. We have the option of either calling or jamming all in here. I think jamming against a regular player makes it look like our hand is weaker. If we just call here, he's pretty much going to put us on kings or aces. So when we jam all in, it might look like an ace king. Maybe we can get calls from 10s or jacks that would be 3-betting in this spot, or maybe we can get a call from another ace king that could be out there, putting us on a weaker range when we jam all in, trying to isolate against this player. They do fold, however, and we are in a very big pot right here, with pocket aces being a huge favorite against ace king. Flop is queen high. 3 on the turn, locks it up for us, and we take down this pot of over $220. Once again, we have pocket aces at the 200 NL table. This time playing from under the gun +1. We again open to 3x, and we get a call from the button, who is a recreational player. Small sample size, only 58 hands, but has played very loose over that 58 hands. And we go to the flop heads up. Flop is 10 high, 2-tone, 2 diamonds out there. When deciding what to do on the flop, we can look at this player's numbers and see that they have not folded to a single flop bet yet, so we can pretty much assume that this player is going to be calling with less than optimal hands here. So let's try to extract as much value with our pocket aces. So I lead out for $9, and we of course get a call from a player who does not fold very often. The turn is the king of diamonds, which could improve some of the hands within our opponent's range. King 10 got there, diamonds got there. I elect to just check back here on the turn because I see a very high bet percentage for the turn on this player. I think he will be betting the majority of his range here on the turn, which includes some flush draws in the semi-bluff category. Maybe we can extract a bluff with the king out there. Looks like a good card to bluff on. There's the possibility he just floated the flop with a king high and maybe he hit the king. Our opponent does bet $21, about 2/3 pot. The only hands that got there within our opponent's range are king 10 and the flush draw, or the possibility of pocket 3s, pocket 4s that slow played the flop. I still think that we're good against the majority of our opponent's range, so I do make the call here. The river is the 9 of spades, and once again I see that Sa has a high bet percentage on the river, so I think we can extract the most value from draws that missed. So I check back and they bet $68. That's a big bet. They are saying that they have a flush with this bet sizing. So we have to make the decision on whether or not we believe that they have a flush and how often could this player be bluffing in this spot. From a weaker, very aggressive player, recreational, I think there could be a lot of bluffs in this spot. So I decided to call, making the mistake that we were up against a flush. He got us on this one. How do you guys think we could have played this one differently? Do you think we could have gotten rid of this hand on the river or possibly on the turn? Were we ahead of our opponent's range? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. That was the only big loss from this session. Now we're going to take a look at a hand from the 100 NL table. We have King Queen suited, diamonds playing from the small blind. Full draw to the button who opens to 2x, just a min raise, and I elect just to call here in the small blind. Could be a spot where you can put in a 3-bet as well, with a player opening 38% of hands from the button and a relatively high fold percentage to 3-bets. But I do just make a call, and we see a heads up flop, which is two-tone king high. We hit top 2 pair, a great hand for us. We check back and let our opponent continuation bet, who bets half pot. This is a board that connects really well with many of the opening hands within our opponent's range. There's the possibility of a lot of draws out there with 2 broadways, so I put in a decent sized bet here, make it 4x his continuation bet, and they do make a call. There's now $24 in the pot. The 10 improves a couple hands. Pocket 10s probably wouldn't have continued when we put in a large 3-bet like that. There's the possibility that an ace jack got there, but besides that, no other hands really improved. So I think we continue betting here, and we put in a bet of $16, 2/3 pot, and our opponent jams all in. And I truly believe the only hand that we lose to within our opponent's range right now is an ace jack. Ace jack of hearts is probably going to be the most likely hand that we would lose to. I think some of the other ace jacks would probably make a fold to our large 3-bet on the flop. There's the possibility of pocket queens or pocket kings, but I don't think that our opponent would be min opening those hands from the button. So I think we're going to be good here a lot of the time. So I do make the call and see that we're up against a flush draw, which paired up with a 10 on the turn, and we had to avoid a heart or another 10 on the river, which we do, and we take down this pot of about $200 with top 2 pair. We have a ton of sessions still to review, tons of hands to look at still, some good sessions, some bad sessions. This one was a great session, but we're going to get into some mistakes and some poor poker play, and hopefully we can correct that in our game in some of the upcoming videos. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you guys have not done that yet. Turn on your notifications, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you learned something. If you have any comments or questions, leave those in the comment section below. Head down to the video description for links to all the poker products that I use, including Hold'em Manager, which is what I use to review my poker sessions as well as my on-table stats when playing on America's Card Room. So check out everything down in the video description as well. Check back tomorrow for a new video. If you guys have your notifications on, you will get notified with the new video tomorrow. But until then, I will see you guys out on the virtual felt.